what was it that was this particular story that you wanted to tell? What gave you the inspiration?
Well, I think as with any filmmaker, well, with me particularly, a character comes into my brain and I become obsessed with them. And with this movie, this person came into my brain and I couldn't get him out. This character whose daughter goes missing, and he's got this past, and he's been living in Toronto, Canada, but he's Syrian, and so I try to do a couple of things at the same time, because I was born in Canada, but my parents are Syrian, and I've lived in Syria, and so I always wanted to tell a set of story in Damascus, and so I decided that this would be it, and so it all kind of came together.
What was it like to kind of step into the story and the character in their shoes for this film?
It was, I mean, first of all, the thing about Ruba, she looks at life through a specific prism, which is really unlike most directors. I mean, obviously everybody's individual, but this is really unlike most directors. There's a romance there, but it's not fluffy. It could be tortured. There's no sentimentality, but there's a kind of purity and a pace that she imposes on her work, and that combination of stuff makes it a really interesting place to go and visit her set, where she works. So it's one of the things that I really get excited about when I work with her. She creates a little wonderland, which is very comfortable for me.
Normally, Arabic characters are not so well developed and so, with so much depth. So this is a really interesting for me to see. How is it to play these more extensive roles?
It was really a new responsibility to be a lead, and I really enjoyed it. It was exhausting, and there's a lot of responsibility, but the access to the director's mind makes it all worthwhile. So you actually build a personal friendship and relationship, that mutual trust. So as far as the Arab man is concerned, I don't think that was part of it. I mean, I'm Arab, obviously there's not part of me that is Arab, but it's just, I don't think there's a distinct Arab man. And there's a lot of work going into that. They speak sometimes a different language, they worship sometimes a different God, but they're actually pretty much the same guy. And it's just a guy who has dignity and honor and is willing to stand by what he says, and is willing to be generous enough to allow other people to understand his feelings. So it's a man. It's a man I like. And it's a man, I think, that is pretty much like Ruba's father, or an archetype that's already in her head, which I can see.
Yeah, this actually reminded me a lot of my own father. And you very purposely went about creating a character that was, you know, a very different portrayal of you know, a father-daughter relationship from the Arabic culture that we normally perceive or see on film. So tell me about the development of that.
I think, for me, it's a couple of things. I think there's this common misconception of Arab men in the world, and while I do agree that you know, some have made the rest of our lives very difficult, actually, for me, my experience has been very different with that of an Arab man, and so it was really important for me to show someone different, like a character that's Arab, but not what you think they are. And audiences would thank me because they were worried that the end of the movie, the character was going to be like a terrorist or something, and that was going to be the twist. And so I was always like, what? That's crazy. And so for me, for this movie, the character appeared in my head, but at the same time I was like, okay, this is fantastic, because how can I show the world that this Arab man is no different than any other man, because he's a father and he would go to the ends of the earth for this kidnapped child of his. And so for me, that was a very simple human element that I could get other people to relate to. And so if I could humanize this man, this Arab man, then I could provide a little more understanding towards, you know, where I think my people come from.
Well said. Now, because you have done 2 films together, I want to know what the relationship has evolved to be. I should imagine there's a lot of cohesiveness, or a very good working relationship. Who wants to answer that?
It's a love affair. You know, it's like as 2 people, 2 humans. It could be 2 guys, 2 girls. It's not a sexual thing. It's a mutual trust and love between 2 people who go I totally know that you're going to do exactly what I'd like you to do. You're not going to betray me. And go, have fun, do it, take over. You know, tell me what. And this is from an actor to a director. Take control and do what you want to do with this, with what I'm up to, and enjoy. And so that can only come really from love. And then every movie, in a sense, is a kind of version of that, a kind of position on that, a discussion about that. But it can't happen without that building block of two actors who get on really, two people who get on really, really well. Hence, you see a lot of director-actor relationships that go on and on and on and on in different movies, exploring different things, because they have so much to discuss.
Mm.